Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 creepy Google Maps finds. Google Maps is super useful for things like finding directions or snooping outside your ex-girlfriend's house. But seeing as it can see anything and everything in the world, Google Maps is bound to capture some creepy stuff. So here are the scariest Google Maps finds that will make your hair stand on end. Before we begin, why not subscribe and turn on notifications too. Coming in at number 10 is hiding out. Just imagine being on your own walking through a wood. It's already kind of creepy, right? But then imagine looking over your shoulder and seeing a man hiding out in a gas mask. Well, that's exactly what happened to one Google streetcar while driving up a leafy path with woods on both sides. A man can clearly be seen crouching down in a bush wearing an old school gas mask like they used to wear back in World War II. Some say this is part of a military training exercise, but I've never seen a soldier wear a gas mask and a red t-shirt before. Other theories include that this was part of a paintballing game, but I don't see a paintball gun. And some even claim this guy's a major criminal secretly carrying out crimes in the woods. The creepy thing about this image is that it's actually unexplained. So I'm going to throw the question over to you and ask, what do you think this guy's doing? Maybe he just went out for a leisurely gas mask stroll. Next up is sea monster. We're used to seeing sea monsters in movies, but chances are you've never actually seen one in real life. Well, with Google Maps, now perhaps you can. This was captured off the coast of Whitstable in the UK. The image appears to be of one giant crab. The Google Maps location quickly went viral and people began calling it Crabzilla. A few days later, a 66-year-old man named Tom who lives in Whitstable told the Daily Mail he saw the crab while fishing with his grandson. But many marine biologists were skeptical, as they said they'd never seen a crab this big. They went to the location but couldn't see the crab, as it may have moved. One marine biologist said this was simply the sand and water moving in a certain way, but that seems highly unlikely, as I've never seen sand and water take the form of a giant crab monster, and this likely false explanation actually led people to think there's something they don't want us to know. Do you think this is really a giant crab, or is there another explanation? Next up is alien shapes. Do you believe in aliens? One of the biggest things alien believers point to is mysterious crop circles in deserts that they say aliens make. But skeptics say a lot of these crop circles could have easily been made by humans, and a lot are. But how do you explain this bizarre geometric shape out in the Nevada desert? I don't see how a human could ever accomplish this. The image appears to be so precise and done in amazing spirals. Crop circles are usually far more basic when done by humans, but clearly here this is very intricate and seemingly impossible. This launched theories saying aliens made these, as it's so close to Area 51. Some say aliens created these to send some kind of signal or code to humans, but others argue that an incredible piece of machinery could have created this pattern. What do you think made this weird shape? Aliens or some amazing machine? Next up is Haunted Town. We've looked at some specific locations that have creepy backstories behind them on this list, but what about an entire town being a super creepy place? The town of New Baltimore in New York is all distorted and looks like hell itself. This sparked rumors that the town is a portal to hell, and these claims may not be 100% false. A local historian claimed the town is known for ghost sightings and has many haunted houses in it. And these odd images of the town caused people to look more into the town, and some bizarre things were found. Some creepy things like ghosts in windows and odd shapes that look like animals from another world were found. Ghost faces were also spotted amongst trees, and a man was even seen flying next to a telephone pole. What do you think could be behind these weird images, and do you think this town could really be haunted or a portal to hell? Next up is the Illuminati. Some people believe the Illuminati subtly plant their image in things like pop music and even kid shows. But this is one example of an Illuminati image showing up not so subtly. In the Nevada desert is a giant triangle with 5 circles in it. Many say this looks eerily similar to the symbol of the Illuminati, who some claim control the world and everything in it. And because it's out in the middle of nowhere, some claim this is a secret Illuminati meeting place. Other theories say it could be some kind of alien target or where an alien has landed. Do you think this is someone or something trying to send us all a message? The shape is now called the Illuminati Triangle or the Nevada Triangle by locals. And what's odd is, the only thing near to this is a secret airbase with a few runways. It claims to be a public airport, but it's out in the desert and is only ever used by government planes. You think something odd is going on here, or is the Nevada Triangle totally innocent? What do you think could be the reason for this giant Illuminati looking sign? Next up is three-legged woman. This image taken on Google Street is creepy, but there is an explanation. At a tourist attraction, 2 women are walking around. But as a Google Maps car came by, one woman moved her leg. This caused the camera to capture her legs twice, making it look like she has 3 legs. People thought this was some kind of monster at first, but no, this is just a regular woman. What's odd is at the very same tourist attraction, there's another image of a woman with 2 bent legs. Some say something about this location can distort cameras' images, but this may just be speculation, and it could just be Google Maps cameras glitching out. Next up is woman's face. So we've just seen a woman who appears to have 3 legs, but that's not the only creepy Google Maps find involving a woman. In Canada, out in the middle of nowhere, is what appears to be a woman's face. It's an apparently natural shape in a large rock that was discovered by a woman on Google Maps. And in case you're wondering, no, that's not an iPod coming out of her ear. That's actually a path and an oil well which was set up there last year. Don't you think it's an odd coincidence that they struck oil right where the woman's head is? Some say aliens created this and the oil well is really a government investigation, and other claims say the head has some kind of mystical power. It does seem odd for this to occur naturally, but what do you think? The head is officially called the Badlands Guardian, or the Indian Head, but no further information is publicly available. Next up is giant structures. These bizarre structures were found in China using Google Earth.
China.
While this isn't totally explained, it's not as unexplained as some other things on this list. You see, there's not just one of these structures, there's actually quite a few. In China, there are giant metal strips all over the desert. Some say this is a military experiment, but these are designed to be seen from orbit, causing some to say they're trying to contact aliens. One is a large target with planes and obstacles surrounding it, and another is a creepy airplane strip which is glowing bright blue, and another one appears to be a small recreation of another landscape built into a different landscape. This is what many people believe to be a holding ground for aliens, or China trying to recreate the Big Bang. Some say this is a sinister plot by the Chinese government to spy on other countries. But what do you think these weird constructions are? An evil conspiracy or something totally innocent? Next up is hell. We've already seen a town which many claim is a portal to hell, but of course that's just a theory. However, this location is clearly marked with hell. This is seen out in the Nevada desert in America. It's actually taken at the end of a long stretch of road. Now, the sign saying end makes sense as it just lets people know the road ends there, but the seemingly official sign that says hell is a true mystery. I doubt this was a prank as nobody really goes down there because it's so deserted. You never know, maybe some bizarre YouTube prank out there with one view actually does this. But because this is eerily close to Area 51, some say this sign has something to do with the government. Or maybe this is just signaling the highway to hell. However, the hell sign isn't the only odd thing here. The color's also super distorted, unlike how the rest of the road is on Google Maps. When cameras are heated up, this can sometimes happen, but it wasn't like this on any other parts of the road. Perhaps the flames of hell heated this camera up. What do you think? Another explanation for this could be a nearby town called Hell. Believe it or not, there are a few towns in America and around the world called that, so who knows, maybe one of them is near the desert. What place do you think's scarier, the Hell Town portal or this sign to hell? Next up is body. In 2016, the internet went wild after what looked like a man dragging a body was found on Google Maps. Everybody thought the image was of a man dragging a body with a bloody trail behind him. However, the man in the image actually came forward to explain. You see, the man and his wife were walking their dog on this pier. Their dog was wet, which left a water trail behind them which looked like blood. The dog was wet, which left a water trail behind them that looked like blood. And you can even see the dog's ball if you look closely. And the other person is his wife, not a body like many thought. This seems so sinister at first, but once you get the full story of a wholesome family outing, it changes things quite a bit. But just imagine if Google Maps really did capture somebody dumping a body and solved the crime. Then again, Google Maps is updated every few years, so who knows what crimes it may solve in the future. Everybody make sure you're on your best behavior, or you might just find yourself on Google Maps. The really odd thing about all these finds is that so many are near Area 51. In fact, Google Maps has really fueled many conspiracy theories about the government and aliens. The screenshots are pretty convincing, and it may be enough to prove alien existence. I guess it depends how skeptical you are, but you can't argue there are some odd things happening out there. But you may be surprised to know some places are so secretive and creepy, Google Maps is banned from showing them. That's right, some locations are actually pixelated on Google Maps. This includes military bases, but also other seemingly odd things which shouldn't be pixelated. Let me know if you'd like me to make a video of 10 things banned on Google Maps. You may be surprised to see what kind of things Google Maps aren't allowed to show us. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the creepiest Google Maps find. For me, I think it's gotta be that giant crab because that's kind of near where I live. It would be the body one, but of course that one was explained, so it's not as creepy. But out of context, there's no denying that photo is seriously strange. And guys, definitely check out my new channel, The Crafty, and subscribe. There'll be a video of The Crafty coming up in a second, so click that and why not subscribe to it too. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.